guys, in this video we are going to be talking Gourmand and Sillage, because today I got for you top 20 perfumes that will leave this delicious trail behind you if you wear them. So keep on watching to find out everything about them, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel right now if you're here for the first time, and please give this video a huge thumbs up if you would like me to continue talking about perfumes that have great sillage. And once you're done with that, we can get started. Hello and welcome everyone to today's longer top 20 list of fragrances in gourmand style that have amazing delicious sillage. And I was inspired to share with you this list because I've already done that on my second channel, and I've already spoken about some fragrances from my collection that have great dry down. So if this is something that you're interested in, definitely drop me a comment below. Also, if you can recommend something with delicious sillage, I'm sure that is going to be helpful for others as well. But without any further ado, since I already know that this video is going to be a longer one, grab yourself a snack and let's jump right into it. So the first perfume I want to talk about is my all-time favorite, because I'm sure that the majority of you knows how much I love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, because for me this is like this perfect gourmand fragrance that has very juicy start. It blooms because in here we have a great floral bouquet, and in the dry down it turns powderier and sweeter and is always well received by people because it is not a beast mode perfume, but it has gorgeous powdery floral sillage. It is very realistic and it is always there on the skin. So check it out in case price is not a big deal for you. And let's move on to the next perfume that I'm sure doesn't need an introduction, especially for those who are familiar with popular niche fragrances, because this is Rouge Smoking by BDK Perfumes. And I gotta be honest with you, I love this fragrance because, well, it is so interesting that in the opening there is the note of cherry and some spices, so it seems to be like this gourmand perfume that is a bit fresh, that is a bit fruity, but it is more about spicy, darker vanilla, and together with heliotrope, with tonka bean, it gets sweeter and spicier, powderier as it dries down. And I love to wear it more when it's colder outside, especially on the outerwear. For example, send your scarf or your sweater with it and just receive so many compliments for this long-lasting fragrance with a beautiful, warm, powdery sillage. So on that note, let's move on to the actually fruity fragrance, and it is from this Turkish niche brand Atal Has that I've just recently reviewed on my channel. And in case you missed my full collection overview, make sure to check out that video. All the helpful links, like to the videos I referred to in this one or discounts, are going to be down below in the description box as always, so please check it out for more helpful information. But today I really want to point out Exquisite Tea, because this fragrance doesn't only look amazing, but it smells so good. Anytime I wear it, I'm like, I smell so good, I definitely need to wear it more, which I do, because in the opening there is very juicy, a little bit bitter, sour grapefruit, but together with, you know, berry notes and flowers, it is very mouth-watering and so, you know, authentic, so natural smelling. If you struggle with fruity notes, I definitely recommend you to check out this fragrance, because it is softened by the sweets like lacum, some sugary citrusy notes, dulce de leche, pistachio, and a lot of white musk that makes it smell like a perfume that lasts, that has amazing sillage. And I always receive many questions about it when I wear it, compliments, people adore it, and it is versatile because, you know, it's fruity and powdery, musky, so you can literally wear it to any occasion. But this next fragrance is not necessarily, you know, a very friendly perfume for all year round, because I personally purchased it on a blind buy because it was compared to my all-time favorite Keiko Micheri's Lacum that is apparently out of production, which is such a shame. And online I read that Sweet Oriental Dream by Montal should be very close to it, and I agree that there is some similarity between them, but this fragrance smells like a sugared almond in a bottle with a lot of vanilla and even more honey on top of it. Just a little bit of typical Montal's rose note is in there, but you guys, it is quite flat. You need to wear it when it is colder, when it is winter, and when you're outside. Then it actually gets volume, and it has this very, very long trail behind it. So don't wear this perfume when you're in the office, when you're in the same room all day. It really needs some movement in order to show its best side. But in case you are looking for a more universal perfume, this next one that a lot of people enjoy and rave about, in my opinion for a good reason, because Elaine Gold by the brand Micallef is a stunner in and out. Just check out this stunning bottle. It is so gorgeous, and the fragrance is so too, because it is quite complex. Actually, to me, in the opening, it smells like glossy pages of the magazine. Let me know if that's weird or you know what I'm talking about. But there are many fruity notes: lychee, peach, even some herbs like rosemary, of course the citruses, but the focus is obviously on the note of ylang-ylang. It's a tropical flower. It is exotic, especially in combination with vanilla and coconut that are main notes in here. It is creamy, it is floral, but it is well balanced, and that's for, I think, it is suitable for everyday time wear. This perfume is well known for its gorgeous sillage, so definitely get yourself one in case you like the notes and you've been interested in it. And by the way, if you use my discount and get it from their official website, you can even save a little bit on it. So I highly recommend check it out. But let's move on to the fragrance that I have a feeling people don't really talk about it anymore, and it used to be huge because it has even inspired many brands to create something similar to Roses Vanille by Mancera, probably their most known fragrance. And for me, it's still such an epic fragrance, guys, because it is all about sugared rose petals. To me personally, I get a lot of syrupy rose, maybe because there are watery notes with lemon in the top, but they don't create an aquatic impression. In fact, it is a very syrupy, gorgeous, sugary, vanillic rose fragrance that is not too complex. It is quite linear, but it works every time because it projects well. It has great sillage. If you make a few spritzes, the whole house will smell of it. So definitely give it a try in case you've heard about it but have never tried it. It is so good, and there are many other fragrances that would be similar to it. So in case you own a few, I would like to find out more about them. Which one would you recommend if someone loves Roses Vanille? And if you would like me to, present you some of my alternatives, I would love to do that. But let's move on to another iconic fragrance, but this time from Tom Ford, and I'm talking about their Tobacco Vanille. You guys, isn't this the most recognizable tobacco fragrance out there? By the way, if you like this note, I have like an entire best of episode dedicated to the note of tobacco in perfumery and my favorite fragrances featuring it. But Tobacco Vanille is one of the best for sure, because in here you will get this sweet tobacco note because of vanilla, because of cacao, because of tonka. It is very intense, powerful, deep. The dry fruits in here, the words, I don't know, it is an elegant, very sweet tobacco fragrance that is so recognizable because many people made it their signature scent. So just in case you would love something that would fit in, that would definitely make people know that you're wearing an expensive perfume, give it a try. It is one of the best, and the sillage of it, oh my god, I actually fell in love with it after I sprayed myself with it in the shop. I love the way I felt, smelled, and actually people's reaction. But in case you are into, these dry, woody, sweet, fruity type of fragrances, but Tobacco Vanille is a bit too mainstream for you, and I can totally understand, I actually want to recommend you something more special, and this is a fragrance from the brand Renier. And by the way, if you would like to see Renier's epic appearance in my recent video with Juan from Hula Me Mucho, definitely check it out. The link is going to be on the screen right now. But this perfume, Delicious, is one of the most interesting and wowy fragrances, and we've already poking about a few of those, right? But that's because it is a gourmand with an animalic twist. So in the opening there is dark chocolate. Think about bitter chocolate, not the creamy one, with orange, yuzu and anise, so spicy citruses. It reminds me of Christmas, I can't help but you know, think about holiday winter season. Then there is honey, some dry fruits, patchouli, which kind of gives it like a coromandel touch, but not to the point I would actually compare them. And then castoreum and civet. Very prominent notes in this perfume that are not lost somewhere in the dry down behind other base notes. No, they are there, they shine, they play, and they are so sexy. So if you want to attract people, check it out because it is very long lasting. All Renier's perfumes have amazing quality. Actually, he has won a few prizes in Madrid, for example, for his perfume Anacaona, and I have a review on it. So this perfume, because it is gourmand, because chocolate in here is very noticeable, as well as, you know, honey. It is so sweet and gourmand, but there are these animalic sparkles in there. So gourmand perfumes are very attractive, they're mass appealing, and animalic fragrances are sexy. So give it a try, and in case you're wondering where you can get it from, Aquacion Natural is an amazing web shop for those who love niche and indie perfumery, and I even have a discount for you. But anyway, let's move on to the next perfume, and this is actually an oud fragrance, and many oud perfumes have great sillage, but this one is quite unique, and I'm talking about my all-time favorite Ludo by Sarah Baker, that was created by Chris Maurice, who is a very talented perfumer overall, but when it comes to the note of oud, he's one of the best. And Ludo is the fragrance that is very fresh in the opening, because there is cherry, petitgrain, neroli, bergamot, so it has a very fresh opening. But the white chocolate really, you know, creates like an impression that it's a gourmand. Is it a gourmand? Like, I'm still trying to figure out, because it's quite dirty and sexy. The oud in here is blooming because of the orange blossom, and I need to tell you that last winter I used to spray a lot of it on my clothing, and when I wore it the next day I was wondering, what perfume is that? And that is Ludo. You guys, it is so good. The sillage, the projection, the dry down, everything is in there. So I absolutely love it. I cannot recommend it enough. And it's not like this full-on candy sweet gourmand, but it is more sophisticated. So in case you're more into fragrances like that, I highly recommend you to give it a try. I'm sure you won't be disappointed with it. But if you are looking for something a bit more accessible, this perfume from a designer brand by Narsa Rodriguez that is called Musc Noir Rose, and there is another one, Musc Noir, that I enjoy very much. It is actually a bit more animalistic, and that's probably because of the darker musk, and this is the signature note for this brand. As you might remember, my all-time favorite from them is Pure Musk. Let me know what's yours, but I find that Musc Noir Rose has this beautiful sillage, you know, and I highly recommend you to just give it a try and check out people's reaction, because there is plum and it is almost jammy in here, but also red pepper, and it makes it a little bit spicy and so sexy. Maybe it's actually the musk that's sweet because of vanilla, and floral because of rose and tuberose. I don't know, but it's definitely different from the majority of other designer fragrances out there. There is something so sensual about this perfume that really smells nice on the skin as it warms up. So give it a try, and once again, just check out people's reaction, because men react very positively on it and women ask what it is. So yeah, give it a try. But if you're more into beast note perfumes and you love very, you know, artistic fragrances, there is this brand called Pearlescent Perfumes, and their perfumes are brilliant. But today I want to talk about Midnight Jasmine. So if cinnamon happens to be your favorite note, this is a must try for you, because although it is called Midnight Jasmine, for me it's like you've gathered jasmine petals, dry them, and then just sprinkle them over like an oriental dessert with honey, with cinnamon powder, with some apple and plum crisp and brown sugar. So there are also tonka beans, and for me this is a very spicy, very, you know, warm, round, cocooning fragrance that will hug you and won't leave if you don't wash it off in the shower. So yeah, this is a very wintry perfume. It is extremely gourmand, spicy, and if you like something like that, I'm sure you will enjoy it. But let's talk about Galahad fragrances. So these are sister companies, and their latest release September. So it doesn't matter which fragrance we look at from Galahad fragrances, they are all very strong. The performance is on point, but since this is a newer one, I really want to talk about it once again, although I have a full review. So in case you missed it and in case you're interested, please check it out. But what's so cool about September? Well, that's because it is extremely complex. It is slightly bitter, it is slightly sour, it is sweet, it is oriental, it is so good. Main notes are apricot, and that's like not a green apricot, it's a ripe apricot, black tea, Turkish rose, oak wood, maple, honey, amber, red wine, tobacco, immortelle, benzoin, leather, neroli, amber, labdanum, vanilla, you name it. All the great notes are in here, and it is complex, boozy, sweet, oriental, so good for those who want to apply the fragrance in the morning and have the great sillage till the evening. Especially nice for in between the seasons. So right now it's the best time to wear this perfume, and it is so good, like very atmospheric and gorgeous for the cold weather. It will hug you, warm you up, and just make you feel so good. And of course, you know, be noticeable because it literally fills in the room. So with that being said, now let's talk about the least gourmand perfume today, because I thought maybe not everyone is into almost edible stuff, but maybe you just want like a hint of sweetness in your fragrance, just, you know, like a hint of something gourmand. And that is a fragrance Sketch by Maison Violet. So this is a perfume that's heavy on the note of patchouli, and in case it's your favorite, you need this fragrance in your life because in the opening it is quite spicy. So there is nutmeg, red pepper, there are some flowers, but vanilla with patchouli and tonka bean, they just make you feel like you are wearing an ultimate patchouli perfume. It is a little bit earthy, it is a little bit vintage, it is definitely contemporary. I don't know how they managed to do that, but this fragrance is like Coromandel on steroids. It's like very, you know, posh and luxurious, and because of the vanilla that sweetens patchouli, I feel like there is like a touch of gourmand, but it is for those who are not into sweet perfumes, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this fragrance is for men and women, and if you love patchouli and you like it to be sweeter, please check it out. And with my discount you can save a little bit, so make sure to check out Maison Violet on their official website. But on that note, I now want to talk about fragrances those who want to be impressed with the perfume, and this is Carbonara by Lorenzo Pasaglia, who is not only a perfumer but also a chef. And what a name! It is absolutely epic, and I did not understand this perfume when I first wore it because for me it was so weird. I mean, like the black pepper is pungent in there, there is coconut, so it's creamy. It's not like a pasta, but there is something, you know, sweet, like a burnt sugar, like the burning note is very much in there. Vanilla, it's like a boozy rum vanilla, like a pirate's booze is going on in this fragrance. It is like for the occasion, if you're going out, you want to impress, you want to stand out, this perfume will give you all of that, and of course an incredible smoky sweet sillage. So definitely something you need to check out, but something that is my jam, something I could live in, something I understood right away at first sniff. You can actually check out my first impression on Italica by Xerjev in a video when Benny's friend Torben actually purchased it, and anytime he wore it to you know, us, I could not stop complimenting him on this perfume that I finally got myself. And this is just like this milky, powdery vanilla toffee dream, and I like how saffron with musk pop when it's colder. So the sillage is very delicate on this fragrance, but it is there and it is long lasting. So I love this fragrance very much. I don't think I need to, you know, continue raving about it. It's just for those who love calmer fragrances but still want a great sillage. And also something like that, but a bit more affordable and easier to get, would be L'Interdit's Rouge version by Givenchy. So this fragrance is one of the best, and original L'Interdit is the best perfume from designer brand on the market in my personal opinion. All of them perform and project well, have great sillage, but I love this Rouge version because it has like a sweeter touch, maybe like a creamy velvety vanilla, or actually the ginger note. I don't know what's the magic in this fragrance, but it is definitely there. As well as, oh my god, this next fragrance, it's not a screamer, but it is definitely a seducer. Upper 10 for her. Benny loves it so much, and it is one of the most underrated perfumes in my collection. Let me know if you would like me to create like a top list of underrated perfumes for my collection. That would be half of it, because I'm always trying out new stuff and I don't manage to wear my all-time favorites, which is such a shame, because this fragrance, oh my god, when I filmed that video in Ukrainian and wore it, I was editing, I was like, this stuff, I need to talk about it in every video of mine, because you guys, the grapes with absinthe, with some berries, the rose, the chocolate, the incense, the Sichuan pepper, the woods, the amber, I mean, like, I could go on, but you would not get an impression of the fragrance. And most interestingly, the sillage, like this dried out, even I get a sillage, okay? I was editing, and out of all fragrances, I smell this. So it looks amazing. It is very, you know, like quiet. It's not like this beamer, but it is with you, like a great friend, you know, that you can rely on. So upper 10 for her is just like, it's a gourmand, but it's not even about the notes. Yeah, it's fruity, yeah, it's sweet, but there is a secret in there. So yeah, check it out. It is one of the most underrated perfumes from my collection, and if you would like me to talk about like an entire top list, I would love to do that. I think that would be a fun video. Oh, and there is this fragrance, New York 55 by 4160 Tuesdays, that I used to wear to my you know, ex-work, that made me feel so good anytime I wore it. And people always ask me what it is, like the students and my colleagues, because it's like such a popping, fruity, you know, mouth-watering, super sweet fragrance with this gorgeous sillage that kinda, you know, makes people around you feel so good around you. That's important, right? So yeah, give that one a try in case you love like strawberries, raspberries, like all the berry notes and fruits, and like you want them covered into, you know, something sweet, okay? You really need to enjoy fruity, sweet fragrances, and this is like one of the best for sure. But in case you are not very comfortable with sweet perfumes, you prefer classy fragrances, maybe even Fougères that I'm not fond of, oh my god, this perfume, which is my most favorite fragrance discovery of this month, so stay tuned for my review on La Rhapsodie Noire by Dusita, which is her newest launch. And this is kind of like a Fougère, which has always been for me way too, you know, classy and masculine. This fragrance is everything. The woody accord in there, this amazing sugary note, kind of caramelized but well balanced with the lavender, with even something like tea. You guys, as I wear it like to the office, because it's still classy and posh and very, you know, formal, but the sweet note in there, it twists it, it brings in something, you know, so addictive, but in a nice classy way once again. So for the classy people around you who want that sweetness, just, you know, to attract people, to make a great impression, maybe you're looking, for a gourmand with a great sillage for a business meeting or something like that. If you're a serious person and you're not into candy stuff, but you still want the fragrance that will just help you a bit, you know, people to like you, this one, definitely check it out. If you can't get a bottle of it, you can get samples from Acacia Natural for sure, and this perfume is worth it, and that comes from me. I'm not the fan of Fougères, but this might be one of the very best I've ever smelled in my life, and that's a lot to say. Oh, and you know what actually I want to ask you guys? As I was getting ready to film this video and put this list together, I started wondering if you would be interested in a top list of fragrances that smell like sweets. Because I've already filmed something similar, and that was a top list of edible perfumes, and in case you missed it and you love a great Gourmand perfume like I do, please check it out. The link is going to be down below as always, but I was thinking more dedicated, like praline, nougat, whipped cream, pudding, sugar, souffle, and milkshake. So if you have any other sweet notes that you're interested in, like to find a fragrance that would feature it, please comment that down below, and I hope you're not annoyed by all the questions, but that's because I really want to put out content that you guys are interested in. So if that sounds like a great idea to you, please let me know. That would be helpful for sure. But let's end this one on the hypnotizing hallucinogenic note, and this is actually the perfume that you guys might remember I enjoy a lot, which is Delicious Psychedelic Love. And I still don't have it in the original format like from the brand, but I have one PERFUMES dupe on it, which is way more affordable, and it's 0417. So this is a narcotic bomb as they advertise this fragrance. I absolutely agree. So it is such, you know, like a powerful, creamy, very thick ylang-ylang fragrance, and apparently there are 3 essential ingredients in there, such as rose, hedione, and heliotrope. So yeah, that, you know, very like cake, like it doesn't smell like a cake to eat, but it is cakey, okay? It has the texture, so creamy, powdery, floral, bewitching vanilla, something almondy is in there, and this heliotrope note, it should be like a psychedelic and yeah, I don't know, just psychoactive substance, so that's definitely interesting. Link to pleasure and the libido, so I don't know, but I know that I love to wear it, and I was really fascinated how well they duped it, because the sillage, like I can wear it on its own and I can smell it myself, and I really appreciate that about perfume. So yeah, I even have a discount, so that will be even a cheaper bargain for you. So yeah, I've mentioned quite a few discounts, and that's because if you shop with them, you can actually save a bit, and that would help me out a lot. So all the links are below, also to other, you know, shops, and feel free to check them out, and other videos that will be down below. Also links to my social media. I started posting reels, and I really need to go on TikTok, but it scares me a little bit. So let me know if you're on TikTok, if you like perfume content there, and what do you think about today's video? Are you familiar with any of these fragrances? Because I feel like I mentioned quite a few well-known ones that you might actually own yourself, and a few that might be new for you. So if you found it helpful and interesting to watch, then please give it a huge thumbs up, because they matter. I don't understand, is it so hard to press that like button? You guys, come on. And don't forget to drop me a comment below, because I love to hear from you so much. Maybe you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them, because I was trying to run through this video, and yeah, we made it till the end with top 20 perfumes that will give you this beautiful sillage, because these are Gourmand fragrances that are very, very well received. So yeah, wear any of them and enjoy, and I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. So if that's the case, don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos, and you definitely need to activate the bell so you will be notified about them. And I guess that was all from me. So thank you so much for watching, and please make sure to stay tuned and smell good, and we'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys!